Okay, so Dunderhead's scientific article appeared in all the major newspapers worldwide. Scientific American is dedicating an entire issue to it, and so is the science journal Nature. A new alliance of physicists who support Professor Dunderhead's research have formed, calling themselves the League of Scared Shitless Scientists. League of Scared Shitless Scientists? Loss? The acronym is unfortunate, but the consensus of the scientific community is that we are paddling up shit creek. Unless we do something. And soon.
Ugh, I've always hated that saying. Who in their right mind would paddle up a creek overflowing with crap?
It's just a metaphor, AJ.
You've never seen the Ohio River, have you? Anyways, the conspiracy channels are all going crazy. Most of them are declaring that they knew all along that the alternative dimension existed.
What about the others?
They're all declaring that the alternative dimension threat is a false flag operation.
Well, the United Nations is calling an emergency session to form a task force. The EU, China, Russia, and most other countries are sending representatives to Dunder Labs to gather information to help formulate a defense against the acting mayor.
Well, what about our government?
The president issued a statement saying that Professor Dunderhead and his colleagues in Opinion-Ville, meaning us, have his full confidence, and that we will handle this current threat with the same skill and determination as we did when Reverend Pone went all wackadoodle last year.
Trump said that?
That statement wasn't Twitter length and had words with more than one syllable. Of course it wasn't Trump. I said the president, as in Obama. All the current administration has done is issued a series of weird tweets saying that the alternative dimension threat was fake news to tarnish Trump and connect him to Russian golden shower hookers.
So, what now?
Well, I guess we just wait for the eventual call from Dunderhead to save the universe again.
Universes, and can it be somebody else this time? Yeah, maybe it can be Bob, Satan, Cleghorn, Raoul, and, I don't know, Mabel that can do it.
You know it's gonna wind up being us.
But I don't want to save the universe again.
Not to worry, my insane in the membrane mon ami. This whole alternative dimension crisis isn't as big a deal as we thought. What are you talking about? The acting mayor has superpowers and he has stated that he wants to end all existence. Look, I know he literally played Got Your Nose with my honker, and I was pretty worried there for a little while, but I've been on the internet and my worries have been laid to rest.
Let me guess, you believe the Trump administration's tweets?
No, I don't follow his tweets anymore. They've gotten really boring and repetitive. Almost every scientist, politician, and reporter on the planet is having a group pants shitting over this. Even the Pope recognizes the potential threat the acting mayor poses. How can you not be worried?
I bet it's God-related.
Close. See, I was under my bed, curled into a fetal position, worried about what was going to happen, and I asked God to pretty please make everything better. So you prayed your panic away. So what? We're still in double deep doo-doo over here. I wasn't done with my story. Anyways, I cried myself to sleep, and when I woke up, I went and checked the internet to see if anybody had rated my bod on ratemybod.com.
Oh, I'm on that too. I got smoking hot. What was your rating?
My score was shut up. Anyways, it was all while I was on the internet that God, in his divine wisdom, showed me that everything will be okay and that we're all being a bunch of scaredy boners for no reason. Funny, just cut to the chase. I only have so much patience when your face starts making word noises. Fine. I know that we're going to be okay because the whole alternate dimension thing, the whole evil acting mayor crap, all of it isn't on what's trending.
What?
None of it is trending in Google or any of the other trending sites. None of it. I checked, and instead of a bunch of crybabies wetting themselves over Jason with the D's threats, I found out that John Stamos has found striking similarities between himself and Rachel Maddow. Well, that can't be. Yeah, I know, they don't look anything alike. Oh, you mean the other thing. I mean, yeah, it can be. See, if the whole dookie pile that is the alternate dimension thing was actually really dangerous, it would be in the what's trending section. It's not, so it isn't.
Checking my phone. My God, Fundy's not stupid this time. Well, I mean, he is. But there's nothing on here about any of it. Hey, did you know that Zima is back?
It is? Zima was my jam back in the 1990s. Of course it was. Look, brain fart, just because it's not in what's trending doesn't mean that it's not important. What's trending is just what's being searched for online. It's a popularity metric, not an importance metric. Did you sleep through high school? Popularity is everything. If it's not popular, then it's not worth worrying about or doing anything about.
That's not true. Oh hey, did you know that there's a statue of young Abraham Lincoln that is making people horny?
Gary, I really need you to focus, not make me more depressed about the state of the world.
I don't know how to say this, but Fundy...
If you say Fundy has a point, I will have to pull out your tongue through your ear, AJ.
But he does! Look at World War II!
Yeah, World War II totally supports my popularity argument, because, you know, it was a World War and I'm awesome.
Before our involvement in the war, the American public not only didn't want to get involved with the war in Europe, they really didn't seem to care.
Yeah, that's what I totally meant. Wait, I thought we totally wanted to beat up Hitler and stuff.
Sure, after Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, before that happened, the average American knew that something bad wrong was happening in other parts of the world, but they really didn't seem to care. Probably because they just didn't know enough about it.
That is the bulliest of shits, Jason. The newspapers and radio stations were constantly reporting about the war. President Roosevelt was practically begging the American people to care about the war every week. The topic wasn't popular.
Yeah, so get off my back. Nobody cared about World War II, so it wasn't important. Aha! See? Popular does not equal important.
No, it doesn't, but it is important when you need to get something done on a national or global level. Oh, the baby from Ghostbusters 2 died. He was only 28 years old.
28? Man, I'm so frickin' old.
Yikes, that's pretty young. What did he die of?
I don't give two squirts of piss about the fucking baby from Ghostbusters 2 dying. The world, fuck, all of the universe is in jeopardy. How can that not be popular?
Because it's depressing.
Nobody likes to be upset, Captain Bringdown.
Unless it's a celebrity death, like Prince, or David Bowie, or George Michael.
Don't say his name. The pain is still too close. Okay, so maybe I'm taking the wrong angle of attack on this. How in the name of Moses' dingleberries do we make the alternate dimension crisis popular enough to be a trending topic?
It needs some sex.
That's your answer to everything, Orgasm Man.
I told you not to call me that.
But Orgasm Man is right. You want people to care about the acting mayor's kill everything plans, it's gotta have a sex angle.
A scandalous sex angle!
Yeah, dirty and scandalous. We could tell people that Dunderhead has been having kinky sex with some internet whore. By which I mean it could be a man or a woman whore, who is famous because of the internet. Not because they're a prostitute. Well, not technically anyway.
What, like Onision or PewDiePie or...
Or Milo Streptococcus. Pretty sure that's not his last name. How about we don't make up lies about sex with internet celebs? Fine, then basic cable celebs. What about Dunderhead and one of those dudes from Duck Dynasty or one of the Real Housewives? Or how about both at the same time? There isn't enough drugs on the planet to get that image out of my head.
Oh, I know! We could get a huge celebrity! A big-name actor!
No big-name actor would want to sleep with Dunderhead. Well, except maybe Angelina Jolie.
No, they'll be like a spokesperson. They'll be the face of alternate dimensional threats.
That never works. I mean, there are tons of grade A celebrities out there who shill for a cause or a movement or some sort of injustice, but it doesn't ever seem to make the thing more popular. I'm telling you, what this needs is dirty, wrong, kinky sex. Well, we gotta do something. People have to become aware of what a threat Jason with a D poses, otherwise there's gonna be a huge disaster.
And that's how it's gonna happen. When the shit hits the fan, then people will care. Or when it affects them. The AIDS epidemic was ignored for years until heterosexual people started to get it. Then it became a crisis.
Fuck me. The Civil War, World War I and II, has every major crisis gone through this? Do we really not give a fuck until the worst happens?
Not all the time. Just often enough to make you cripplingly depressed. Well, I don't think it's because people don't care. I think it's avoidance and denial.
Yeah, it's like that overflowing garbage can in your kitchen. You know it needs to go out, and that it's starting to stink, and maggots keep dropping out from it because of all the flies, but you just keep piling garbage on top of it, and around it, but you don't take it out until one day you come home, and Raoul has been bitten by the raccoons who've broken into the house to get at that garbage. So that's why Raoul had to get treated for rabies.
Well, I happen to think it's hard for people to accept that something is a threat based on what people say. Sometimes they've got to see it for themselves, you know?
What do you guys think? Has there been an important issue or threat that went ignored by the public for years? What was it?
What would you do to make people more aware of something dangerous or important?
And who should Dunderhead be caught having sex with? My vote, Mama June. So great, there's nothing we can do to get people to care about this? If the people show apathy, then support in trying to fight the acting mayor by elected officials will wane. Good, government has never helped with anything.
Aw crap, Trump just tweeted about this alternate dimension crisis. He says, why should he get upset over a loser who actually hasn't done anything but threaten people? And then he wrote the word Muslims 3 times in a row.
Man, that Trump sure does know how to cut to the point. Jason with a D actually hasn't done anything yet, has he? Well, no, but he has the potential to really fuck up all of our shit. So far, everybody's dookie is unmolested. Until that big stupid jerk does something scary, nobody is gonna give a doink. Great point, Parrot Man. You know, I was wondering why no one was having a spaz attack about me yet, but I know how I can change that. What have you done? Me? You're the one that brought this whole thing up. Hey, a bunch of jerks, it's me, Vermont. And today is Saturday, June 24th, 2017, and it's American Radio Relay League Field Day, Celebration of the Senses, Great American Backyard Campout, International Fairy Day, National Haskell-Berry Day, and Stonewall National Monument Day. Famous dead jerks celebrating their birthday today are satirist Ambrose Pierce and pugilist Jack Dempsey. And now on to your questions. First up, the Taos asks, sentiment question for Thunderhead. Since Jason with a D is evil, did you suspect that it was a result of a byproduct of chronotons mixed with a sort of quantum paradox? Or was it something else at this time?
Well, all available evidence indicates that Jason with a D's evil predates our own time travel shenanigans. The theory that I'm currently working on involves quantum tunneling and sympathetic bosons that are shared between 2 vibrational frequencies due to narration transpositioning. In other words, it was Jason with a J's insistence on breaking the 4th wall in his dimension that led to Jason with a D in this dimension becoming aware of the other dimension. I think I'll call it Dunderhead's 4th wall conjecture. For now. I am very confident in this theory. How confident? I have made room on my mantle for a Nobel Prize. Well, another Nobel Prize.
My lovely Dame 21 asks, sentiment question for Fundy. I thought you said that you were perfectly perfect in every way. Why would you want a bigger donger? And also, wouldn't God get pissed for you changing his original design that he created specially for you? I don't talk about my donger with women, but since you ask, there's perfect, and then there's perfect. Think of it like this. A s'more is a perfect little tasty treat. Graham crackers, chocolate, marshmallow. Delicious. Now imagine that s'more being served on the rippled abs of Channing Tatum. That is more perfect. and the equivalent of my bigger donker. Kevin Tisano asks, intimate question for Raul. I just noticed that this show has 2 segments showcasing the comments. However, neither of them includes the viewers' responses to the questions asked at the end of the discussion segment. It seems kind of strange to go out of the way to ask the viewers a question and ask them to respond and not have a section displaying those responses. What's up with that? Okay, Kevin, you win. Stay tuned after intimate questions for our new segment, Reactionary Reactions, where we showcase people's responses to the previous show. Of course, we had to shorten another section to make room for the next one, which is why Intimate Questions is going down to only 3 questions instead of 5. If the rest of you have any complaints, please let Kevin know. I'm sure Kevin won't mind. Will you, Kevin? Alright, that's enough of that. Remember, if you have a question to ask Intimate Questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Until next time, you bunch of jokes.
Howdy y'all, I'm Mabel, and here are y'all's responses to last week's episode, Best Wishes. Damian Freeman said, if I could wish for something regardless of the consequences, of course I'd use that wish, but only as long as it was actually free of consequences. And let's be honest, the truly best wish is the ability to warp reality without consequence, like the wish granter, except without their limitations. Any wish you make with a seemingly all-powerful wish granter must be specific, well thought out, and probably very long, like most laws. Sounds like Damien has spent a good deal of time working out a response to something that'll never happen. Do you have other contingency plans for improbable things? Do you have an escape plan for when the toilets become alive and start their revolt against mankind? I bet you do. Do you have a plan for when the roads turn into licorice whips? Do you have an intricate response for when the Democrats get their shit together and actually grown a spine? It's about as likely as you finding an omnipotent wish granter. Schizophrenic Queen says, people are inherently selfish in some way or another, so I think most people would have a lot of trouble resisting the temptation of something without obvious negative side effects. I myself would wish for a total remodel of my home for free because I'm a cheapskate. So would I. I love leopard print, and do you know how much leopard print wallpaper costs? Why, it would cost less to wallpaper my home with actual leopard skins. Don't ask me how I know that. Jason the Pagan Atheist says, I'd wish for telekinesis. Telekinesis, taken to its logical conclusion, being able to manipulate atoms, molecules, and subatomic particles and energies, both on self and others, internal and external, including both the micro and macro scales, aka reality manipulation. The first thing is to modify myself, protecting and constantly healing myself, reversing some of my aging, etc., making myself invulnerable and immortal. Then I would get to work on the rest of you bozos. Then you'll pay. Oh yes, you'll pay. Pay forever. And world peace. Well, I suppose the death of everyone on Earth is a form of world peace. Like my granddad always says, you can't have an argument with nobody. Of course, he was yelling that while drunk, sitting in his armchair, completely alone. Well, so that's it this time. If you have a reaction to this week's episode, please leave it down in the comment section. Until next time, y'all, Mabel says, y'all are fucked up.
Hey everybody, it's me, the blue guy, and I'm gonna shout out some Patreon peeps with this rectangle guy. Hey! Hey, name frame. What? Oh, nothing. No, really, what? I said it was nothing. If it was nothing, then you wouldn't have said anything. But I didn't say anything. Yes, you did. You said, hey, name frame, like there was something you wanted to say. I did? Yes. Oh. So what is it? What's what? What did you want to say? I don't know. I'm thinking about gumdrops now. Micro-bloganism. Hey, the little blue guy. Yep. I wonder what flavor Jello blue is. I don't think he's actually made from Jello. There's only one way to find out. You ask him to come over here and I'll get the whipping cream. Jenny Tokame. Hey, Jenny, be my girlfriend. Oswald, you ask almost every woman that becomes a Patreon patron to be your girlfriend. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Why do you ask them all to be your girlfriend? I don't know, but I'm totally in love with Jenny Tokamami. You said Tokamami. So? Hellbond! He's a super spy, and he's from the Bernie bad place. Dun dun dun! Why would hell need a super spy? To sneak into heaven and steal God's secret plans to destroy the earth, just like regular James Bond does. But God doesn't want to destroy the... See, I'm not as crazy stupid as you think I am.
I told her that if she wanted to earn $500 extra, she'd wear the pink dress and call me Mario. What? Oh, hello there! Welcome to Trudeau's Suggestions. Forget about what I was just talking about. Here's our first suggestion. I'm going to kill you. Dueling Shade suggests, instead of watching YouTube, I could have started my own YouTube channel. I'd play video games and talk over them, fighting tooth and nail against the thousands of other Let's Players for views and subscribers, eventually garnering a large enough audience following to get brand sponsorship and for game developers to send me games early to review, and finally I'll look back on how much of a sellout I've become and how far away from my original ideal I've come, and my body will be found 2 weeks later in a dumpster behind an Arby's, wrist slit and stomach full of half-digested roast beef sandwiches. Well, it's good to see someone who is not only driven but has a clear path forward. I fully support your dream of having an immensely popular Let's Play channel. Good luck, and I hope all your plans for your future come true. What? No, I really don't pay attention to what I'm reading most of the time, Mabel. Why? He winds up where? Microbloganism suggests, instead of reading and commenting on my suggestion, Trudeau could have continued to work on his manifesto. We all know he has to have one. I think you have me confused with AJ. Last count, he had 934 manifestos. Sometimes he writes 3 in a day. The last one was about how the CIA stole his salt shaker. It was riveting, if not a little sad. Dev Shell 2 suggests, instead of watching Jason with a D's paranoid felt delusions, I could have been picking up the pieces of my broken life and making plans to help determine what direction I go in next. Oh, Dev, there's only one direction to go. Sideways. Forever sideways. I know I should have said up, but going up just means you'll get hurt when you fall. Sideways, Dev. You can't get hurt going sideways. Crabs go sideways, and they're some of the happiest creatures on the planet.
Hey everybody, it's me, Harry Potter. And I've got this scar on my face, and I'm gonna be shooting bad guys with my magic wand, killing people left and right. I'm Harry Potter, eat my hot wand. Oswald, what? Harry Potter references? What? What, is this the last decade? That's a little dated. No, it's not. I just watched all the Harry Potter movies and I watched him kill a whole bunch of guys. You just saw the Harry Potter films? Yeah, my mom said I was too young to watch them because I might get a little hyperactive. And so this is you calm. Totally calm. Bow, 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 bow. I've got a magic wand and I'm gonna kill anybody that looks at me sideways. My name is now Dumbledore. Oswald Dumbledore. Oswald? What? I hate to interrupt your fantasy, but can we do the podcast shout out? Oh, sure. Hey guys, go listen to these podcasts. They're down there. They're not going anyplace. You don't have to do it right now, but it sure would be nice if you did, I guess. Actually, I'm not heavily invested in whether or not you listen to the podcast, because right now, I've got to go kill me some Death Eaters. Oswald. What? Death Eaters are evil and they need to be killed. I don't think Harry Potter killed anybody. Pretty sure he did. I mean, he throws his magic wand around. I'm pretty sure he killed his friend Neville like 4 times. Neville never died. Sure he did. He went all stiff and he fell on the ground. That's dead. That's what Mom says happens when you die. You get all stiff and then you fall on the ground. That's what happened when I scared my grandpa to death.